Mermaid Junkies, how are you? I hope you're doing so well. Okay, so today is Upwelling Wednesday, and I wanted to give you guys this, I wanted to tell you about this because remember, this is my Mermaid Junkie Tales, and it's my journey, you know, my transformation, and also my journey and my voyage to, as being an entrepreneur and business and all that kind of stuff. Well, what is really super cool is I wanted to tell you guys about this particular thing. Okay, so one is, you guys know I have so much to always talk to you about, right? One is I have to tell you about this particular tweet that was sent out, and I was responded to by somebody, Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, Gary. Gary V, basically. And okay, so I tweeted that I had went to the library, right? And so I always do audio, you know, the books on audio, the library mostly because right now in the early beginning stages, right? The early incubation stages of my business is that I'm not going to ask my husband, Jeffrey. He is supporting us and he is providing for us as his, you know, a gardener to the stars, basically. He works for celebrities. And he's a landscaper and gardener. Anyway, I think it's really cool. It's kind of fun. I've met some really cool people that way, and worked with some people at, you know, through design, which is really kind of cool. But anyway, so that was like a little name drop, wasn't it? Like, no, because I didn't give any celebrities, so I was still good about that, right? Anyway, okay, so the whole point is that so I go to the library, right? And I also have the app on my phone. So you guys, like you women, like if you want to learn about, you know, breastfeeding, or you're a new mommy, or you want to learn like all these different kind of things, right? You can go and get the app, which is free from your public library. So you can do like audio, you can do, you know, check books out like that. So it's kind of like a Kindle, but it's everything for your library, from your personal library, right? Now, if they don't have that particular thing, which is really cool, which I never knew before, that you can actually go to your library, right? Mine is like 1.2 miles from here. You can go onto their computer and say you want a particular book, right? But it's not in stock at your library. Well, now, I don't know if this is with every state, but you can actually go onto the library, and the system is completely controlled through the entire United States. So what you can do is, like, you can check out a book that maybe, like, for instance, okay, this is a prime example. So Gary Vaynerchuk has like so many books, right? But his newest book is Crushing It, which I don't have it right here. I should get it. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, okay? Okay, you guys, so here it is, right? Okay, so is this the one? Look, he even signed this one for me. So I'm sitting there. Is this so cool? Okay, so I'm sitting there going on my Twitter, right? And I'm going on my social media because in his books, Crush It, which I had read probably a month ago, I read it like 3 times, and then I actually was like, I really need this book in my hands, like to highlight the crap out of it, because I want it to be one that's on my bookshelf forever and ever in my office, right? My treasure room. That's what my office is. And so I was thinking, okay, I'm going to go on Amazon and get it for like a couple of bucks, okay? So I wanted to read the rest of his books because that's how I am. I find one person or find a certain entrepreneur or a business, guru or something like that, and I completely become obsessed. I mean, I will follow them on every outlet. I will try to learn everything I possibly can. If they have books, I will read every book. I really, really get into that whole anthropology of a human, okay? So I had went to the library and they didn't have it. So this is a prime example. So they didn't have his book for Crush It. They didn't have his book here in my library, but they had it in New York. So what you can do is you can ask for them to hold it. Like you just click a hold button and they will send it from that library in New York to my library here in Tampa, Florida. which I thought was dope as heck because I had never knew, like, that's total coolness, right? So especially for me, I wanted to see all of these books and I wanted to read them. And so I was realizing that a couple of them, the Crushing It, this one, was it not this one or was it Crush It? I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one because after it launched, you know, then it'll go like everywhere, right? And so I don't want to spend the money, and not because I'm a cheapskate, but because every bit of money that I'm getting or earning, like with my little paintings or, you know, my like soon to be like my little planner, you know, Mermaid Junkie logbooks, my planners, like anything that I'm selling, like any products or whatever, like I'm not going to beat around the bush. You guys know that I am totally doing this because this is going to be the way that I can have my foundation, you know, Mermaid Junkie Academies across the United States, my business to get bigger. Like I have to earn money to put back into my business, and it's always like a recycling, especially until I get really successful, if that makes any sense. Okay, so long story short, I didn't want to have to buy books. I just thought, well, I'll just rent them from the library because they're free, right? And then just take copious notes, write the shit down myself because that's what you do. You take a picture of it with your phone, you figure out ways to do things cheap if you want to have that particular information on a continuous basis. So I go online and then I realized, like for Crushing It, it was going to take me over 3.5 months because there were so many people having the book held before I would get my turn in line, right? So it's like a continuous stream, like you're on hold basically. So, and you guys know that how that works with libraries. So I went on Twitter and he was promoting his book and like saying I'm going to be at the signing, blah blah blah, whatever. And so I was like made the tweet and I said, you know, I know his philosophy is always put it back in your business. Don't start peacocking yourself and buying watches and bullshit and like me buying a bunch of product and stuff. Like that would be wonderful and lovely, and I'd have like some dope ass shit to show you guys. But you can't do that when you're first starting a business. Every bit of money that you have, you put right back into your business. So when I'm selling paintings, if I need more freaking paint brushes, then I need to go to the paint store and the Blick store and buy them, or I have, you know, white, you know, paint or, you know, corrector or, you know, everything that I do has to be put back into my company. There's no, you know, oh, I'm going to do this, you know, with, you know, all this kind of stuff that makes everything shiny and pretty. But when you're starting a business, you can't be doing that or you're not going to be successful. I'm just here to tell you that crap doesn't work. I mean, and if people like are going to put this illusion, they're disillusioned because that's not how a good business gets going. I mean, you have to put the money back into your business. So I was saying this in so many words. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to wait 3 or 4 months until I can read Crushing It, you know. And so I had a dialogue going with him, which he, you know, he is very good with how he will talk to his fans and stuff. And he's very interactive with them. And so immediately he tweeted me back, which shocked me because I'm like thinking, you know, I mean, the guy has millions of people that follow him on each outlet. And so like, I wasn't expecting anything actually. And he says, or, you know, because I said, oh, I'm going to have to wait or whatever. And then he goes, or I could see this tweet and send you 8 copies, 1 signed for you personally, and the other 7 you could give to the library so that you can actually help, you know, promote this whole, you know, whatever his thing is, which is how great entrepreneurs build their business and influence and how you can too. I mean, you guys have to get this book. Now listen, don't get this book though, and I'll put links and everything for my blog post on it. If you think that, or if you have an issue with using profanity or something, I'm just going to forewarn you right now. This guy is a very in-your-face kind of person. He tells it like it is. He's a no-holds-bar. Like, he will throw out F-bombs left and right. He has no qualms about doing it. So that's probably one of the reasons that I like him, is because he tells you like it is. He doesn't like sugarcoat anything. He tells you like it is, And if you will listen to him in this book and follow, I mean, that's what you do with the greats. If you want to be like these other people that are successful, or Instagram people, or celebrities, or whatever, reverse engineer their lives. If you want to be like Eminem, you reverse engineer their life and you realize what they did, and then you go and freaking do the exact same thing, and in your own way you're going to be just as successful as them, or even more. Okay, if that makes any sense. I know I'm like hyped out as crap from my Zip Fizz. I mean, I don't know what's in it, but it's like it's not like a bad stimulant or anything, but it's really, really good. And I guess I just get excited too about my business and about my blog and about, you know, all this kind of fun stuff. Anyway, so I'll be darned, you guys, if today I did not get a box, because I was thinking, okay, that was like during my birthday, which was in February, because I'm thinking, okay, it's almost March is over. So I'm like, okay, you know, how true is this going to be? Like, is he really going to do that? And I'll be darned, you guys, I get not the FedEx, was it the FedEx or was it the UPS guy knocks on my door today, and there's freaking 8 books, and the top one is this one, signed, Raquel, love Gary. And I am going to, like, I'm doing a whole blog post about it. I'm going to the library. I'm going to video it. That's going to be on my YouTube channel this week. You know, because basically, Mermaid Monday Master is basically the mind aspect of our lives, right? Because there's 4 quadrants that make up a well-balanced person. And if you guys are any kind of have any knowledge about, you know, Stephen Covey, which he created this Franklin Covey planner system. But it's not just a planner system. He kind of based it off of like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is a phenomenal book. Like, anybody that's in the personal development knows who Stephen Covey is and knows what a Franklin Covey planner is. And I've been using a Franklin Covey planner since I was 17 years old. That tells you how long, and I'm 46 now. So I am an expert in the field of organization and being a balanced individual with regards to how to live a mermaid methodology lifestyle using this metaphor of, you know, the 7 habits of highly effective people for having a well-balanced life, if that makes any sense. And I'll talk more about this. Like, this is just the beginning stages of me explaining all of this kind of stuff. And you guys know, because I wrote a lot of it on my blog post for today. Well, no, I'm sorry. So this video is going out this week, but on Monday, about leaving a legacy and all that. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, like, I'm super excited, especially about this book. And so, that is one of the things that I would recommend is the book that I'm reading. I mean, I'm reading 7 books right now because I'm always reading. Like, I read probably 7 to 8 books a week, and I have religiously my entire life. Like, I just am an avid learner, and I love learning. So, I've already read this book. I read it in 2 hours, but now I'm going to, because I read through it and I was so excited to get it, which I actually got my copy. So let me take that back, because I got my copy 3 days ago. I think it was on Friday. Last Friday I got mine. And then he sent me the box of the other 7 for the library today, and that I just got those. So yeah, I had already read this book in 2 hours, which I read every one of his books in like literally an hour and a half to 2 hours. So now I want to go back and like highlight the hell out of it and really put copious notes in there and the binding and stick-its and post-its, because I want to share with you guys like the very, very beautiful things about it that reach, you know, that stick out to me in how to run a business and how to be successful. Now, you guys, I have a lot of knowledge, but I've never put all of the knowledge out like I'm doing now. So it's not like I'm just now learning to do this, and it's not like I'm just now learning all of this kind of stuff. Like, I told you guys that I have been running a blog since 2007. But because of some unpleasantries that I won't go into detail because I want to try to keep things light and airy, I lost all of that on no account of my own. But I'm a survivor. I'm not a victim. So I'm just figuring out how to rebuild this shit all again. I mean, that is 9 years, right? Since 2007 of me losing every piece of information and data in my old website, which really sucks balls. But what do? You pick yourself back up. You know, you pull your britches up, pull your boots up by the bootstraps, or however you want to use it in whatever term. And you get going again. You don't mope. You might say, oh, I can be depressed, but I'm going to be depressed for like 30 minutes and then knock that shit out. Knock that shit out and then get busy doing what you need to do to rebuild. Okay, that's how successful people do it. That's how people that are winners in life do it. They do not use excuses for, well, so-and-so stole my website name and so-and-so didn't pay the fees on it, so I lost. You know, I could say all that kind of stuff if I wanted to, but I'm not freaking going to do that. I'm going to own my shit and figure out how to do it again. That'll just make me stronger and a more able-bodied mermaid, right? How do you get stronger? A stronger fin, a stronger tail in the water. How do fish do that? They have muscles, and you have to use those muscles. You have to use your mentality, your brain capacity to strengthen those. That's the only way things get stronger, is that you have to keep using them and be diligent and keep working at it, you know. So if I can recommend anything, it's this, Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. And I'll put the links on my blog post so that you can buy it from Amazon if you would like. I'm super excited about this book, and I can't wait to share more of it with you guys. And so I'll leave that with you today, and I hope this served you. Also, I wanted to say, if you want to give a mermaid her fins, to please subscribe to the button below and share this, like it, you know, because that's how our community grows. That's how us as a Shoal family grows, is that we're giving this knowledge out and spreading it. You know, it's like the ripple effect in water, if you want me to use that metaphor. Is that the only way that we can all learn and grow and expand is through the ripple effect. You put the stone in the water and it ripple effects throughout the entire world, right? And so that's what I need you guys to do as my Shoal family, mermaid junkies, that my tribe has to put. I can't do this message all by myself. So if you guys find something useful, or you like something that I say, or you think, oh my gosh, my totally cute girlfriend would love this, you know, or whatever, or, you know, she's starting a blog, or you're starting a blog, or whatever, you know, starting a business from scratch, to always think outside of yourself, to share things. If you know something, share it with people. You know, and so that's the only way we can grow as a community. All right, so if you want to follow me, in the description below, I have all my social media outlets, and I would love for you to swim along. And as always, I'm yours until my next swim. Ciao!